One chilly September morning in La Pampa. From afar, a colossal complex slowly emerged, sprawling factories, chimneys towering hundreds of meters high, and thousands of frozen containers neatly lined up, waiting for shipment. People often refer to this place with the rather plain name of a beef processing plant. But in reality, it looks more like a massive industrial hub, powered by cutting-edge technology. Every year, this system contributes to the global production of more than 12 million tons of beef, supplying meat to the entire world, from fast food chains in New York, supermarkets in Tokyo, to fine dining restaurants in Paris. Greeting me at the main gate was Mr. Juan Manuel Maradona, the 52-year-old production director of Argentine origin. So how does this giant production chain manage to ensure both quality and animal welfare? Let's explore in today's video. After a short introduction, Mr. Juan led me to the very first stage of the chain, the live cattle reception area. Specialized trucks arrived one after another, transporting thousands of cows from farms across the Midwest. The sound of cattle bellowing, truck doors clanging, and the mingling scents of grass and sweat created a heavy, indescribable atmosphere. This is the most stressful stage, because if the cattle panic, they can injure workers or even charge straight at them. A cow weighing nearly a ton can smash through iron fences. One careless moment, one headbutt, and bones could break. A mature cow's strike is as powerful as a horse's kick, but twice as dangerous, since they often move in herds. Leaving the tense reception area, we hopped on an electric cart to tour the vast factory grounds. We entered the slaughter section, usually associated with disorder, but here everything was the opposite. First, the cattle were stunned, either by captive bolt guns or electric methods, rendering them fully unconscious. Then came exsanguination, an essential step in meat processing. Afterward, hides were removed, the abdomen opened, and all internal organs carefully extracted. Each stage was supervised by veterinary inspectors to prevent contamination, ensuring only meat that met strict food safety standards was used. The process strictly complied with international regulations such as halal and HACCP, making the products eligible for export to even the most demanding markets. Once the skeleton and main cuts were separated, the carcasses were chilled to maintain freshness and extend shelf life. In the butchering phase, carcasses were split into halves or quarters, then divided into prime cuts like tenderloin, round, ribs, brisket, and chuck. Each cut carried its own value and culinary purpose, from fresh dining to canned meat, sausages, and other value-added products. But behind every premium cut lies the high-tech cattle farms that supply the factory. Behind this giant processing plant are advanced cattle farms, where most heavy labor is handled by machines. Grass cutting machines, automated feed mixers, and dispensers ensure each group of cattle receives the exact nutritional formula needed to keep them strong and comfortable. Barn floors are kept spotless thanks to automatic manure cleaning systems, reducing odors and preventing disease, creating a safe, comfortable living environment. Every cow is tracked with electronic chips, which monitor key data like weight, feed intake, health status, and movement patterns. This data helps farmers tailor care and nutrition for each animal, while also detecting health issues early, minimizing disease risks and boosting efficiency. With automation and data management, farms can handle tens of thousands of cattle efficiently, ensuring productivity, quality, and hygiene. This is the backbone that allows the plant to operate smoothly, supplying vast amounts of beef to the global market. Not only does this system reduce manual labor, but it also maintains the highest food safety standards while increasing overall economic efficiency. From here, premium cuts of beef make their way to kitchens, where culinary art transforms them into exquisite flavors. After a seamless journey from high-tech farms to modern processing plants, the finest beef cuts finally reach the chef's hands. This is where agriculture meets gastronomy, creating real value for consumers. With just salt, pepper, and herbs, these cuts are turned into tender, juicy dishes rich with natural flavor. Packed with protein, iron, zinc, and vitamins, beef is not only a nutritious food but also a symbol of a modern industry, from humble family meals to luxurious banquets. The story of beef, from green pastures, through advanced processing plants, to your dining table, is more than just a tale of technological progress. It reflects human effort to create food that is both nutritious and culturally meaningful. Each slice of beef is not just a dish, it is the result of a tightly organized, passionately run system. So, what do you think about this transformation in modern farming and gastronomy? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. In the northern grasslands of Queensland, Australia, a farmer named Colbin has been carrying out the same daily work for over 20 years, raising Droughtmaster cattle, a breed renowned for its extraordinary survival skills. His farm still maintains a large herd, consistently producing meat that meets high standards, all while operating under an exceptionally humane system, making Droughtmasters one of the most valuable commodities in the region. So, what unique methods has Colbin used to achieve this? Let's follow the entire journey in today's video. True to its name, the Droughtmaster is a master of endurance, able to withstand prolonged heat and go without water for several days in semi-arid regions. This resilience comes from its thick 7-8 mm skin that minimizes water loss and blocks UV rays, large ears that help dissipate heat, natural disease resistance, and powerful, well-developed muscles. They are not picky eaters, capable of grazing on dry grass, straw, and even agricultural byproducts. With a docile temperament, easy manageability, strong long-distance mobility, and high reproduction rates, Droughtmasters have become the top choice for many ranchers in the area. Colbin's idea to raise Droughtmasters came from his early years working on Australian farms. He witnessed many cattle breeds weakened by severe drought, but Droughtmasters remained healthy and grew steadily. Originating right here in Queensland, The breed is a cross between the local Brahman and European Shorthorn, giving it exceptional heat tolerance and parasite resistance. Its signature traits include a sleek copper-red coat and dark skin for UV protection. A mature Droughtmaster cow typically weighs 500–750 kilograms, while bulls can reach 800–1,000 kilograms. Kalbin uses a free-range grazing model, no industrial feed, no antibiotics, allowing the cattle to feed naturally according to the seasons. This not only reduces costs significantly but also ensures high meat yields. From just a few dozen head of cattle in the beginning, his herd has grown to several hundred, becoming a regional pride and a shining example of sustainable ranching. Visitors are often amazed when touring Kalbin's ranch, spanning 3,000 hectares of lush, open pasture where cattle roam freely every day. Even with free-range care, quality control is meticulous. Each animal is tracked via GPS monitoring, ensuring it receives the right amount of food and water for its specific grazing zone. Supplementary feed includes natural straw, hay, and organic minerals, absolutely no growth hormones. Pasture irrigation is scheduled to keep the grass green year-round, even in low rainfall seasons. When needed, Kalbin personally checks each animal's condition or brings them into a health inspection area. This guarantees both animal well-being and export-grade meat quality. From a distance, it feels like a living documentary about harmony between humans and animals on the open plains. When cattle reach their ideal market weight, it's time for final departure. The animals are carefully transported in specialized trucks to a processing plant just 1 kilometer away, minimizing stress and preserving meat quality. Each trip carries only 8–10 animals, giving them enough space to remain calm. The plant's philosophy is simple: produce only the highest quality beef. Droughtmaster cattle are processed using humane slaughter methods that prevent psychological stress, meeting both HACCP and ISO 22000 international food safety standards. With modern automated machinery, beef cuts are precisely portioned using specialized saws. Each piece undergoes quality inspection, where experts use imaging technology to evaluate marbling, muscle firmness, and other key traits. After inspection, the meat moves to vacuum sealing, deep chilling, and finally labeling and packaging. The entire process takes less than 2 hours, completely enclosed, spotless, and preserving maximum nutritional value. Kalbin says a perfect Droughtmaster steak strikes the balance between tender texture and rich, natural flavor. The meat should be fine-grained, firm, and have moderate marbling so that, when cooked, it retains its natural sweetness and juiciness. Premium Droughtmaster beef is also rich in protein, iron, zinc, vitamin B12, fatty acids, and omega-3, making it not just delicious, but also highly nutritious. This is a benchmark for any rancher aiming to produce top-quality beef while delivering health benefits to consumers. Thanks to the consistency in both breeding and processing, Kalbin's ranch has become a key supplier of Droughtmaster beef in the region, exporting to multiple countries, including demanding markets like Japan, South Korea, and Europe. Looking at Colbin's Droughtmaster Ranch, you don't just see healthy herds enjoying their free life on the green plains, you also see a positive signal for sustainable agriculture, where profits come not from overexploitation, but from optimizing every link in the production chain with sincerity and care. Can you believe that just 3 small changes inside the pig barn can help your herd grow stronger, gain weight faster, and reduce the risk of disease? It's true. Many large-scale farms have already adopted smart farming techniques that boost herd health, control outbreaks, and improve productivity. Small changes, when done right, can lead to big results. Thanks to these specific strategies, many farms have reported noticeable improvements and a clear boost in economic efficiency compared to traditional methods. Let's dive in and see the difference for yourself. According to a Zinpro Corporation study on 30,000 sows from 300 farms, over 90% suffered from foot injuries, and 40% had severe damage or inflammation. A pig's hoof may seem small, but it plays a crucial role in mobility and overall health. If the hoof cracks, grows unevenly, or becomes too long, it can cause pain, reduce activity, lower appetite, and increase the risk of infection. Proper trimming helps prevent these problems. Farmers should learn how to hold the pig's foot correctly and use specialized knives or clippers to trim excess hoof material. Doing this every 2-3 months keeps the herd healthy and growing evenly. Once grinding is complete, spray a layer of blue-tinted antiseptic on the treated hoof to disinfect and protect it from bacteria, fungi, and other causes of inflammation. This layer not only shields the hoof but also speeds up healing if there are minor scratches from trimming. Ventilation plays a vital role in maintaining healthy air quality inside the barn, a key factor for protecting pigs' respiratory health. A well-designed system constantly brings fresh air in from outside while pushing out contaminated air containing bacteria, dust, harmful gases like ammonia, and excess moisture. This refreshes the environment, reduces pathogen buildup, and keeps the pig's lungs healthy, especially in enclosed or large-scale operations. One of the most advanced solutions today combines high-performance turbofans with adjustable Vancom speed control valves. Turbofans create a strong airflow in short bursts, speeding up air exchange and lowering temperature and humidity in the barn. Meanwhile, Vancom valves adjust fan speed according to real-time needs, saving energy while keeping the environment stable. This combination delivers outstanding efficiency, reducing harmful gases, dust, and humidity while improving seasonal temperature regulation. As a result, pig health improves, disease rates drop, and pigs eat better, grow faster, and more evenly. NutriSow is one of the most advanced automated feeding systems, designed specifically for sows during pregnancy and lactation. It uses smart technology with sensors, remote programming, and automated adjustments. What makes NutriSow special is its ability to deliver the exact amount of feed each sow needs, rather than fixed portions at fixed times, like traditional methods. Using sensors and smart programming, The system monitors each pig's eating habits, feed intake, and health status, then adjusts portions based on its reproductive stage, pregnancy, farrowing, or nursing. This precision helps control feed consumption per pig, cutting costs by 10–15% compared to manual feeding. It not only boosts reproductive performance but also saves labor, reduces costs, and significantly improves piglet quality. The downside? Higher upfront installation costs and the need for technician training at the start. Once raised under strict nutrition, health, and housing control, the pigs undergo final evaluations before sale. Only those meeting strict standards, right weight, good appearance, ideal lean-to-fat ratio, and no signs of illness, are selected for processing. Finally, the meat is packed using modern preservation technology to maintain freshness and food safety during storage and transport. From there, it is distributed to retail chains, supermarkets, clean food stores, and other approved sales channels. From hoof care and environmental control to feeding and final processing, every step in pig farming plays a role in boosting livestock health and maximizing economic efficiency. When done consistently and with proper technique, this model not only delivers sustainable profits but also ensures safe, high-quality products that meet market demand. While most people think cattle are raised mainly for beef or dairy, in countries like Brazil, India, and regions of South America, there are highly specialized ranches operating with a single purpose: raising cattle exclusively for their hides, a multi-billion-dollar global industry full of potential yet fraught with controversy. And in today's video, We'll take you inside these operations, showing the entire process of raising and processing the hides of thousands of cattle, uncovering the hidden corners and the staggering economic value behind each finished leather sheet. Why is cowhide so valuable? Cowhide isn't just a staple in the fashion industry, it's also highly sought after in premium sectors like automotive interiors, high-end home furnishings, luxury luggage, belts, wallets, and designer shoes. A top-quality hide, free from cuts or scars, can sell for $300 to $500 a piece, with certain premium hides reaching up to $1,000 each. Now, imagine a ranch with 10,000 head of cattle, sending thousands to processing each year. The revenue from hides alone is massive, before you even factor in byproducts like beef or dairy. Ranches that raise cattle for hides operate very differently from beef operations. Here, hide quality is the ultimate priority. Everything, breed selection, feed, living environment, even transportation, is strictly controlled. Breeds like Zebu or Angus are preferred for their thick, durable, disease-resistant hides. Each animal is kept in spacious areas to minimize contact and prevent scratches. Fences and gates are padded or made from soft materials to avoid injury. Even a small scratch can cut the hide's value in half. Care is meticulous. Cattle are bathed regularly, sprayed with disinfectants, and treated to prevent insect bites, which can leave permanent scars and lower the hide's value. Nutrition plans are designed by experts, using clean, chemical-free feed to help the hide develop thickness, strength, and ideal elasticity. Typically, cattle raised for beef, or for both meat and hides, are kept for 18 to 24 months. At slaughter weight, their hides are thick and elastic enough for tanning. Cattle raised specifically for hides, however, may be kept longer, about 30 to 36 months, to ensure maximum thickness and minimal imperfections. Once the herd reaches the ideal age and weight, they're transported to processing facilities where slaughter is carried out under strictly controlled, hygienic, and humane conditions. Producing a premium hide requires skill and precision from experienced handlers. Immediately after removal, hides are chilled or salted to prevent bacterial damage. Next comes the cleaning stage, removing hair, fat, and impurities, preparing the hide for tanning. Here, tanners choose between methods such as chrome tanning, fast, durable, producing bright-colored leather, or vegetable tanning, a slower process yielding eco-friendly, classic toned leather. Throughout, hides are soaked, chemically treated, softened, and dyed to specification. The process finishes with drying, polishing, trimming, and quality grading. Depending on the tanning method, the entire process can take as little as 1 day or as long as 6 weeks. From a raw, coarse sheet of hide emerges a supple piece of leather ready for high-fashion handbags, luxury shoes, or elegant interiors. Despite the lucrative returns, this industry faces ongoing debate. Animal rights organizations argue that slaughtering cattle solely for hides is unethical. Some major brands, like Stella McCartney, Tesla, and Pangea, have switched to synthetic, mushroom-based, or cactus leather to reduce ecological and ethical impacts. What about you? Do you think this model should expand, be more tightly regulated, or eventually be replaced by bioleather technology? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Did you know? What happens to a pig after it leaves the farm before it becomes those neatly packed slices of pork you see on supermarket shelves? In today's video, we're going inside a state-of-the-art pork processing plant, where every step of the process is monitored by AI, automated robots, and real-time data systems, all under the strictest food industry standards. Today's high-tech meat processing facilities are more than just the endpoint of the supply chain. They've become a crucial part of a fully integrated production ecosystem that starts right from the farm. In advanced countries like the Netherlands, Denmark, the US, and Japan, pig farming is closely managed using technology. Every pig is tagged with an RFID chip at birth, allowing for full traceability throughout its life, from its breed, diet, and vaccinations, to weight and date of shipment. All this data is stored and synced with the processing facility's systems. When it's time for transport, pigs are moved using specially designed trucks with optimized temperature and humidity controls to reduce stress. This isn't just about animal welfare, it's a critical factor in meat quality. Stress before slaughter can increase lactic acid levels in the body, which can make the meat mushy, discolored, or give it an unpleasant odor. Once inside the plant, the slaughtering process begins. But this is nothing like the brutal, outdated scenes many still imagine. Modern facilities use humane, high-tech methods to replace old practices. Pigs are rendered unconscious using either CO2 gas or a quick electrical stun, which knocks them out within seconds. This ensures a more ethical process and enables precise, efficient slaughtering immediately afterward. After stunning, robots, programmed for near-perfect precision, perform the neck incision. Within seconds, the blood is drained to prevent clotting and preserve the meat's color and freshness. At large-scale facilities, throughput can exceed 1,200 pigs per hour. That's one pig processed every 2 to 3 seconds. The scale is astonishing, even a bit chilling. A decade ago, hundreds of workers were needed to stand along the conveyor belt, cutting and separating meat manually. Today, 90% of those tasks have been automated. Robotic arms equipped with 3D cameras, pressure sensors, and machine learning software can adjust cutting angles based on each pig's anatomy. From skinning, gutting, and bone removal to separating belly, shoulder, ribs, and more, each task is performed with near-perfect accuracy. On top of that, AI systems now handle internal organ inspections, detecting signs of disease or bacterial contamination by analyzing images and biological data. If a liver shows signs of fatty degeneration, or lungs appear damaged, or intestines show signs of infection, the affected parts are immediately removed. Human involvement continues to shrink, not due to labor shortages, but because machines can do the job better, faster, and cleaner. Once the pork has passed through slaughter, separation, and rigorous quality checks, it moves to the final, but no less critical, stage, packaging. Here, technology again plays a key role, not only in protecting the product but also in maintaining freshness, extending shelf life, and ensuring transparency for consumers. In high-tech factories, pork is packaged in cold rooms to prevent external contamination. One standout innovation is MAP, which replaces the oxygen inside packages with a mixture of nitrogen and CO2. This slows down oxidation and bacterial growth, helping the meat retain its red color and freshness for 7 to 14 days under refrigeration. Moreover, automated labeling and QR code tracking systems are widely used. Each package comes with full information: meat type, processing location, packing time, expiration date, and a scannable traceability code. Consumers can scan the QR code to access the entire history of the product, from where the pig was raised, to when it was slaughtered, and under what standards it was processed. Yet behind this impressive technological landscape, ethical questions still arise. The industrial-scale slaughtering of millions of pigs daily raises concerns about the emotional detachment in modern food production. Even so, it's undeniable that technology has improved working conditions, reduced exposure to hazardous environments, and brought greater transparency to the entire meat industry. Believe it or not, this is not a hospital or a high-tech research center, but a pig farm. That's right, you heard right. While most of the world is still familiar with the image of pig pens stretching across the fields, in China, skyscrapers for pigs are springing up more and more. This is not only a space optimization solution, but also a model that integrates high technology, smart management, and aims for sustainable development. Now, let's explore the high-rise pig farming model, a completely new and surprising perspective inside China's vertical farms to see what's so special. In 2022, a Chinese company surprised the world when it opened a 26-story pig farm in Hubei province. With a height equivalent to an apartment building, it is capable of raising up to 650,000 pigs per year, from piglets, sows, to pigs ready for sale. Currently, China is the world's largest pork consumer, accounting for more than 50% of the world's total pork output. However, outbreaks of African swine fever in 2018-2020 have devastated the country's livestock industry, causing more than 200 million pigs to be culled. Faced with huge consumption demand but limited land funds and high disease risks, large companies have decided no longer expand horizontally, but go vertically. The high-rise livestock farming model not only optimizes the area, but also helps to strictly control the living environment of livestock, reduce the risk of infection, and significantly increase productivity. It can be seen that, inside the building, each floor is a specialized area such as sow and piglet breeding area, gilt and fattening stage breeding area, treatment, isolation or special individuals. Finally, the air, waste and renewable energy treatment system. The entire farm will be equipped with fully automated ventilation, temperature control, feeding and waste treatment systems. From the outside, it looks no different from a hotel or a high-end office building. But inside, everything is designed to ensure maximum biosecurity, minimize disease, and help pigs grow in a clean, modern environment. In particular, each pig is fitted with an identification chip to monitor its health, growth rate, food rations, and even location in the building. All data is sent to the control center using artificial intelligence, helping managers easily detect problems early and make timely adjustments. No bad smells, no noisy squeals, no muddy barns, everything is clean, closed and operated on a chain. From that innovative farm model, Chinese farmers have reaped many unexpected benefits. Compared to the traditional model that requires dozens of hectares of land, the high-rise farm only needs a campus of less than 3 hectares but has the same productivity. That helps save land and operating costs significantly. In addition, the access control system is extremely strict. All employees must disinfect, change protective gear and go through many layers of checks before being allowed inside. Separating each area by floor helps prevent the spread of disease. Despite its outstanding economic efficiency, the high-rise farming model is still controversial. Many animal protection organizations believe that raising pigs in a closed environment, lacking natural light and no space to move, can cause stress and affect their natural behavior. In particular, when an incident such as a power outage, fire, or epidemic occurs, the damage can be enormous. So, is this the solution to the global livestock problem? Currently, many other countries are also monitoring and considering applying this model. However, implementation needs to take into account many factors: culture, legal regulations, consumer awareness, and technological conditions. The high-rise pig farming model in China is completely changing the way we think about the livestock industry. It represents technological advancement, design innovation, and a strong response to real-world challenges. However, it also raises many unanswered questions. Where is animal welfare? What is long-term sustainability? And are we sacrificing too much for high productivity? Over the past 2 decades, Russia's pork industry has grown rapidly and is on par with major pork-producing countries in Europe. With investments in farms and processing plants, Russia produces millions of tons of pork each year for domestic consumption and export. Today, let's explore Russia's most modern pork processing line to see if it is as modern as European countries. Is Russia's pork production line more modern than Europe's? Russia is one of the largest countries in the world, spanning 11 time zones from Europe to Alaska. Its population is around 140 million. Russia is currently experiencing a dramatic increase in pork production to make it independent of any other country. Russia's annual pork consumption has reached a 30-year record of 31 kilograms per capita, a third higher than in 2015. Meanwhile, Europe's pork production infrastructure has a longer history, with older facilities that are constantly being updated to meet current standards. The European Union is expected to produce around 23 million tons of pork in 2022, accounting for 21% of global production. This also poses a major challenge for Russian pork producers, requiring a shift towards modern processing technology. In recent years, Russian pork processing facilities have incorporated the latest technologies, including modern slaughter lines, strict hygiene standards, and large-scale meat packing facilities. Before slaughter, pigs are transported from farms to large processing facilities, which are regulated by strict animal welfare laws. Before slaughter, each pig is examined to ensure it is free of disease. Pigs that pass the standards are humanely treated before slaughter, and they are stunned to avoid causing pain. Most facilities in Russia use electric stunning or CO2 gas. Once the pigs are unconscious, they are taken to the processing line for slaughter. The carcasses are soaked in hot water and dehaired using mechanical rollers. Each pig is then eviscerated and cleaned, and the carcass is divided into 2 halves. At this stage, veterinarians and food inspectors inspect the meat for contamination, disease, and quality before it moves on to the next stage of processing. After inspection, the pork is cut into different parts such as loin, ribs, belly, and shoulder. Smaller parts such as ribs and ground pork are intended for domestic and export markets. Many modern Russian meat processing plants use different types of cutting machines depending on the type of meat and processing needs. The plant installs high-power cutting machines to cut pork into 2 or 4 parts. These machines are often used in large-capacity slaughterhouses, ensuring high productivity and great precision. The meat cutters are also integrated with robotic arms to minimize exposure to bacteria. They also replace human workers to do heavier work. In addition to the meat-cutting robot, smart sensor systems also divide the fat and lean ratio to ensure a better cut ratio. Fresh pork products are not only for domestic consumption or export, it can also be processed into sausages, canned pork and ham. These are dishes that Russians love very much, because of their convenience and ease of use in harsh weather. Pork ham products are produced in many different processing facilities, either by hand or industrial means. Different production lines give a distinct flavor. So how did Russia develop its farm model to increase its annual pork production? Russia is famous for its small-scale farms, group farms, or state farms. These are large units from farrowing to selling with up to 6,000 sows in the reproductive cycle. This number is also increasing every year, confirming the progress of the country's livestock industry. Companies in the pork industry are also building pig farms or entirely new pig farming companies to start from scratch. Most of the new farms are fully integrated for feed production and waste treatment, or slaughter and processing. In recent years, pig nutrition has also improved. Most of the feed companies we know in the West have representatives in Russia. Many farms feed their piglets with feed produced in Western Europe and imported to Russia. High-quality feed helps pigs grow better. With the promotion of the state, the pig farming and processing industry in Russia has grown increasingly strongly, not only self-sufficient in food sources but also becoming a major export market for China and North Korea.